we have a couple of activities that I'm sure many of you will enjoy. So here they go. We will be doing some rock painting. We will also have a bingo card challenge, which will encourage you and give you some ideas of some of the ways that you can show kindness. We will also have a Kindness Spirit Week, which will close off the month of February, in which you will be able to wear a couple of different outfits. We'll give you a full list, and maybe you get to wear a crown or your superhero cape. We will also have a Kindness Begins With Me poster contest. The rules and the supplies can be picked up from Mrs. Kwan in room 2. So, are you up for the challenge?
All right, so we hope that you will join us this week with our different activities. Actually, this month, I know a lot of the teachers already signed up. So just to give you a little example, we'll be painting some rocks and things like that. So that'll be kind of fun, I think. I hope you guys join us in all the different activities. And most of all, that you remember to choose to be kind to everyone that you are in contact with. All right, thank you, Mrs. Toronto.
Getting back on track. Thank you guys both. I would like to now go to Sister Nyan. I know you also wanted to acknowledge someone else.
Yes, I did. So it turns out that this week is School Counselor Appreciation Week. And we are very blessed to have the best counselor here at John Adams. And we all know that that is Mrs. Kwan. Is she on here? I don't know if she's still on.
Oh,
hey, there's Mrs. Kwan. Mrs. Kwan wears many hats as she comes into our classroom. She teaches Second Step. She runs the student store. And just this morning, she was prepping the rock painting for Kindness Week. So these are just a few things that Mrs. Kwan does. But there's so much more that she does behind the scenes that we don't even see. Mrs. Kwan she's a great listener. Not only does she teach empathy, but she expresses it herself. She encourages others and is very kind and considerate. So thank you, Mrs. Kwan, for all you do for the students, the families, and the staff. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Mrs. Kwan.
Thank you to all of you. I love all of you. So thank you so much.
Is Miss Yui on?
I am.
You want to share anything?
I do. Happy Lunar New Year, everybody. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet because I know we have a lot to get to today, but I wanted to share a little bit of information about a holiday that we are still celebrating because it is 15 days long. So I'll just share my screen really quickly with you. Happy Lunar New Year, everybody. This is the year of the tiger. And every year we kind of circulate through different animals. And I have some books on here if you ever want to check them out on Epic. All you have to do is search Lunar New Year. So here we have a picture of something that's really, really popular as a cultural practice. It is the dragon dance. And it is something that traditionally happens during Lunar New Year and during other times of the year, but we look at it specifically for Lunar New Year. So every community around the world has holidays and celebrations. Today we're going to be talking about Lunar New Year specifically. And these are some really awesome books that I love on Epic to kind of show you some different traditions that go on during Lunar New Year. This one right here is Popo's Lucky Chinese New Year, and it talks about a little girl who's growing up in America, and her grandma comes from China, and they celebrate together and talk about their different traditions. So that one's a really fun one if you ever want to check that out on Epic. This one over here is the story of Nyan, and this one's really cool because it talks about why there's this whole thing around a dragon and all about the different traditions, including lanterns and the color red and all the really cool fireworks and sounds and why people do that. So these are some two really awesome books if you want to check them out on Epic. So what is it? It's a Lunar New Year. Is also called the Spring Festival in China, and the exact date of Lunar New Year, it kind of changes every day because it's based on like the moon. So the first day is always the first new moon of the new year, and in the U.S., it typically happens between January and February. This year, we're in the midst of it right now. It lasts about 15 days. It lasts 15 days. So it starts and then it with Lunar New Year, and then it ends with the Lantern Festival. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, why don't you call it Chinese New Year? Why are we not? I thought it's called that. Yes. Absolutely. It is called Chinese New Year, but the reason why we also call it Lunar New Year is it also encompasses more places other than China. Here are some different places that celebrate Lunar New Year, including South Korea, and Taiwan and Hong Kong, and Indonesia and Vietnam and the Philippines and all these other places as well. This kind of talks about why we have all those different animals and why we circulate through, but it's basically based on this idea that there was a race to determine which animal would be the animal that we focus on for the year. And it was also a way to keep track of time. Some really cool cultural, traditional things that we do are cleaning the house before Lunar New Year to get rid of bad luck and to start the new year. We also have red posters and poems on doors with pictures about the Lunar New Year to bring good luck and joy, kind of like this at the bottom of the screen that I have here. People purchase new clothes and get haircuts and pay off their debts before the new year to have a fresh start. And then one thing that my class really, really likes to talk about is food. This is like what we love to talk about in our class. So there are a lot of different traditions, including fireworks and firecrackers to scare away evil spirits and remove bad luck, but invite good luck as well. And then our favorite is family dinners. Here we also have red envelopes. Some people know them as lisi. And inside there'll be like a little bit of money that older relatives will give to younger relatives. Parades are really, really fun. And a lot of the main parts are either a traditional lion or a dragon dance. Traditional foods are a big deal during Lunar New Year, as are with many other traditions that we all celebrate. I encourage you, if you read any of these books or talk about it with your teachers, think about what things you have in common with the traditional practices that you see. One thing is, I know I had this for Lunar New Year. We try to eat a full fish to represent good beginnings and good endings and prosperity. Other things that we eat are dumplings, rice cakes, dates, and oranges. This one's one of my favorite. It's like a sticky, sticky rice dumpling, and it's about, it symbolizes being together with family. And my favorite are noodles. These represent long life, and you have to make sure to not cut them beforehand because you don't want to cut your life short, right? So we slurp up those noodles and eat as much as we can. And then again, we talked about how at the end, it ends with the Lantern Festival, and kids will carry lanterns made of paper and bamboo, and another family meal will be eaten to kind of end the whole Lunar New Year celebration. So another thing is, people usually say like Gong Hei Fa Choi to like say Happy New Year, but a lot of people will say it's kind of a little antiquated. So this is a new one. It's called Xi Ning Hao, and it's just kind of a new greeting that you can say to people that wishes them that you smile daily. It's like all good things, right? Teachers, if you want more information, I could totally share it with you. But for those of you, especially who have been celebrating with your families, I hope that you have been having a great Lunar New Year, and that you continue to have one because we're still in it. So
now let's get to our TK Kinder first and second grade reading awards. First grade, Mrs. Frost's class.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everybody. I have two wonderful readers to present these awards to. My first one is Abigail Wu. And Abby is a fantastic reader. What I love most about her achievement in reading is not just that she can read and she can understand what she reads, that she loves to read. Always volunteers to read out loud and asks great questions. And now we're focusing a lot on vocabulary. I can't say enough. She was also one of our leaders for the readathon with the books and the amount of hours that she read. So congratulations, Abby. Super proud of you. Great job.